Welcome everyone to week 5 of RSL Active's Veteran and First Responder Yoga. It's great to see all your amazing faces here again. We've had some excuses from the others, but that's all right. They let me know beforehand, so they're excused for this week's session. And then for those of you who are tuning in on the recording, a very big welcome to you. Welcome back. We do have a new face here, and I want to send a very big welcome to Carney as well. So everyone say, "G'day, Carney." Sorry, I don't want to put so much focus. So we do have her, and she's finished her yoga training, and so next year hopefully we're going to be having her join the Invisible Injuries crew to be able to facilitate some yoga down with the RSLs down south in the Rockingham area. So a very big welcome to you and service dogs. So it'll be awesome. So this week we've got a 60-minute yoga flow, and if you do have your phone on because you're a carer, please, if that rings, you know what to do. If you don't, have it off, and then if you have to go for an appointment and it's getting a bit later in the session and you feel you need to go, please do so, and you can just make your exit there and we'll pack up your props afterwards. Okay, so as we have with the previous weeks, this week I want to focus on being able to start connecting what we've learned, and by now you would have done a few bits to know what your modifications are. As you see in front of you, we have the chair, we have the blocks, we have straps, and you've got anything at your disposal to be able to do that, and I'll provide some of the chair modifications if you are. If you find yourself in pain, then back off, because discomfort's okay for not using certain muscles in a while, but pain, I don't want you to be injured. So please let me know or back off if you find yourself in pain after the session as well. All right, so let's begin by either being able to take a comfortable seat on our mats or in your chair, and let's just arrive here, or arrive on the mat without tripping over it. Yeah. Oops, I forgot to press start on my phone. And if you do need to take a sip, it's okay. As you know by now, with this brand of yoga, it is a bit start and stop, but then it allows you to be able to explore what is best for you in a way that works for you, connecting breath to movement, and that's what it's all about. Okay, so let's now maybe have a bit of a wriggle in your seat, or let yourself get a little bit comfortable. If you feel like it's okay to close down your eyes, please close down your eyes, or otherwise just dip your chin and take a soft gaze. Hands wherever it's comfortable for you, in your lap or facing out, palms preferably up. All right, so what I want you to do now is just take a body scan. We don't need to shape the breath at the moment. We're just going to start to quieten everything down. This is your practice, and I'm just merely your guide for the next 60 minutes. Maybe as we do go internal, we might notice that our breath might be a bit shallow, or that our neck might be a bit tight, or shoulders are a bit hunched. That's okay, because we'll be working on different postures to be able to release and let go. And if I might use this moment now, what we'll do is we'll just take one big breath to arrive on the mat, and then let it go. And we'll start either breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, or in through the nose and out through the nose. And just big, long breaths while you keep your eyes closed. At this point, I'm going to invite you to set your own intention, or you can take one for this week, which also coincides with someone who's been part of the Invictus Games, and part of the saying that they have is, I am. This week, we'll explore a personalized breath affirmation meditation. As you already have started by taking a moment to tune inward and ask yourself, what positive affirmation do I need to hear today? trusting the first thought that comes to mind. As you inhale, mentally repeat your chosen affirmation, allowing it to fill your mind and heart with positive energy. As you exhale, let go of any doubts or distractions, anchoring yourself in the present moment. Repeat this for a few more moments until I guide you to stop. As we inhale, fill your mind and heart with positive energy. As you exhale, let go of any doubts or distractions, anchoring yourself in the present moment. I am. So now I'm going to invite you to start wiggling your fingers, bringing our arrival meditation to a close. And let's set a collective intention to harness the power of our breath, mentally repeating your chosen affirmation. With one big breath, we're going to take one deep breath and exhale, letting it go. I am. Alrighty guys, so what we'll be doing now is building on our first, our alternate nose breathing, just as our part of our arrival. So if you could get your two fingers here, your peace fingers, Boy Scouts or Girl Guides, right? Whack them in between your eyes. In between, so we call that the third eye in yoga. You can keep your eyes closed if not. And we have our little ring finger and our thumb. So we're going to start by blocking our right nostril. So we're going to be breathing in through our left nostril. So with me, it's breathing in. Switch nostrils, exhale through the nostril. It doesn't need to be forced. Pause, 2, 3, inhale through the same nostril again. Switch, exhaling through the left nostril. You can use two hands if that works better for you. Inhaling, switcheroonie, exhaling. Pause, 2, 3, inhaling. Switch, exhaling. Pause, 2, 3, inhale. Switch, exhale. Pause, 2, 3, inhale. Exhale. Pause, 2, 3. Now, just letting you know, you could put your hand down. With that, we try and do things in threes, right? It's one of those numbers and using the triangle that we use. And with the pause is what helps us reset our nervous system. It allows those ripples that go out through our movement or through the inhales and exhales to be able to settle down. And that's what helps reset our nervous system, especially if we've been feeling stressed or feeling anxious. So that's a part of being able to help self-regulate. So that's what we'll be working towards with this, is the pause is the big one, whatever the shape. All right, so let's start now with warming up our lungs again. Like what we're going to be doing is, it's a kids' party. We're going to get that balloon and we're going to place our hands forward in our seat and we're going to scoop it up as we inhale. Bringing our hands up, they could come together or they could be hands apart, and then exhaling as we're just going to be coming down now, loosening the shoulders, inhaling again, and then gently now hinging at the hips, letting ourselves deflate. All right, what we might notice is our ribs are opening up, inhaling. As we lift our hands up, we might take our gaze to the roof. Let's sip one more time through our straw in our mouth. Relax the shoulders one more time. And then deflate. All right, let's do this 2 more times. Inhaling up to the top. 2 more sips. 1, 2, and then deflate. Maybe you might want to wriggle your head and your shoulders and your neck. Inhaling. 2 more sips. 1 more, and then deflating. All right, we'll start warming up and doing some twists and back bends. So inhaling up to the top, and then exhaling with, this one's different, our cactus arms. All right, hold up, this is a hold up. Inhaling, back up, and then we're going to forward fold. All right, this is where we might want to engage that ocean breath we've been working on. Inhaling through the nose, and then we exhaling, keeping our mouth closed, taking the gaze up. You don't need to lean our head all the way back, right? We just do 1 more breath here. And then exhaling. We might want to squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhaling, closing the hands again, and coming down with our ocean breath, like we're holding a seashell to our ear. Inhaling 1 more time, doing this pattern, and then we're going to come to cactus. Inhaling, and then down, warming up our lungs, warming up our back and our shoulders. This one's different again. Come up. This time we're going to rotate around like we're doing like the kebab skewer thing, right? Hand reaches across to the knee, hand will come down or onto the chair for support, and we're looking over our shoulder or just to the right. Okay, from here, 2 full breaths. Inhale, exhaling, and then inhale to come out of it. Inhale. As our arms come up, we're twisting to our other side now, and as we're exhaling, yes, sitting up straight. So we're imagining that we're spiking our sit bone to the ground, and then the top of our head is the other part, right? So it's like a kebab skewer. Right, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, and then inhale to come out of it. Looking to our hands and our thumbs, and then exhaling as we come down. We'll do this 1 more time. All right, so I reckon that you probably won't look at the kebab shop again the same way when we do this, watching it come around. So inhaling, all right, and then we're going to rotate around, supporting the hand at the back. Maybe you might want to try and look over your shoulder. That's okay. Maybe you might think of it as looking over the shoulder as we're going to be indicating to change lanes on the freeway. All right, 2 breaths here. Exhaling. Imagining our sit bone is spiking into the ground with the exhale. Coming out of it now with an inhale. Hands looking up. All right, now we're changing to the other lane now as we come around and look over the shoulder. Hand comes down and across for support in the seat. Now for 2 more breaths. Maybe we notice where the air goes in a different spot and our ribs open up. And we might allow that to get more breath. 1 more. Inhaling to let go. And then down. We're going to do some side body stretches now. So maybe grab your right hand and we're going to place that down, or yep, that's right. Or I'm going to mirror you, so right hand on the ground, and this left hand comes up, straight up. All right, from here we're going to just now maybe reach over towards our supported hand. All right, we're reaching up for the roof. We can just bend this, so we're just going to feel that side stretch in our body for 2 full breaths. And second one. Inhaling to bring our hands up, switch hands. We're doing our pause here, and then we exhale. For 2 breaths. Maybe you might want to just turn your head and look at your hands, and then that helps us open up our chest for the next ones. Inhaling, switch sides now. And exhaling. So then you might want to look at your hand, and that might give you a sense of opening up your chest as we do our breath here. So it's a side bend and a slight twist. If you've chosen to have a go at that one. One more. Coming out of it with an inhale. Swapping our hands and then coming down. We can imagine our sit bone is spiking in as we're simultaneously reaching for the sky. Perhaps you might want to turn your head as well, opening up the chest. For 2 more breaths. Fantastic work now. Hand comes down. Let's shake it out. All right, so if you've got your chair, what we'll be coming down to now is that chair modification. If you're going to be using the floor, let's come now, making your way to our hands and knees. You also can use your towel if you've got it there, or the knee pads, right? So whichever one works for you. On the side, yes. Do you want me to help with this chair? Turn it around. All right, so let's bring that there. So whichever one you feel comfortable with today, that's just there if you need that to come down and help prop up. Yeah, well, you're very welcome. All right, so we do have our couple of options here. So if you want to turn the chair and the seat around to you, at least in that way, if you do choose to use the chair, that's fine. Fantastic work. And if you're not, let's all meet in not downward dog, in our tabletop. So as always, we're going to be working on this. So let's start with our knees, looking down at our knees, taking the gaze. You want it to be, your knees to be shoulder width apart to your shoulders. Let's untuck our toes and maybe feel our shins on the ground. You might want to pretend that you're swimming in the pool there by just bumping the toes and feeling the top of the toes there on the mat. Now let's look our hands. So we'll look straight down with our face, okay? And then we're going to splay our hands, which means just have the fingers slightly apart with the thumbs. Now our wrist is going to be underneath our shoulders and our back is in a neutral position. We are all in excellent tabletops, everyone. Fantastic, as well as the ones with the chair. So what we'll be doing is starting with cow, is dipping our belly as we breathe in, and taking our gaze slightly forward, maybe to the front of the mat, all right? And then we're doing our duck bum and sticking our tailbone up as well. And then we're gonna exhale as we push the mat away. We're going to round our back, and then maybe we might want to tuck our chin and then push away with our knees or the hands equally into angry cat. We're gonna inhale now. As we dip our belly, looking forward or gaze to the front, and then exhaling as we round our back. Excellent, everyone. All right, let's do this 2 more times. Inhaling as we come in, and then exhaling. Actually, we won't do this 2 more times. We'll do this, I'm going to let you, right, because I want to see your form, if that's okay, is just do this several more times in your own time. Let's link the breath to our motion. And this is excellent. Right. This is part of the self-exploratory, inviting language that we use, so then you can connect with your body with how we're doing so. Inhale as we dip our belly, and then exhale as we push our back towards the sky. Right. We're articulating or moving our back in that upwards and downwards motion. All right. So now, what we're going to do is a variation of the cat-cow, and we're going to do a side cat-cows. So basically what we're doing is, first of all, I want you to look at your right hand. So then maybe look at your right hand and allow your body to move, and then we're just going to shift our hips to the left. That's how we breathe in. And then we breathe out, we're going to shift the other way. So side cat-cows now, moving our back from side to side, and our hips, we might get a sensation that they're stretching as well a little bit. All right? So side to side. All right? Doggy, I don't see you doing your side to side at the moment. You're just there on the mat. All right? All right? But we're sort of doing a little bit of a wag's tail, right? Let's call this the Beyonce asana. All right? All right? She's twerking. She's doing her thing. All right? One more time. Fantastic, everyone. Okay, so what we'll do now is you can just lean back, just come back onto your shins if that's okay. We're just going to take the pressure off our wrists for the moment, and we're going to start building a little bit more heat. So let's come back down to this now. our toes, right, will meet in our tabletop, right, or in our tabletop with the chair. And I'm going to ask you to tuck your toes now. What we're going to do now is just give our toes a little bit of loving. And what we're going to do is, like we did last week, is just push up, maybe inhale to set and push up our knees, maybe just hover it above the floor. We could feel that our stretch on our toes, and then down. Nice and gently, if you've got some bunged knees, right? Inhaling, push away to what's suitable for you, and then down. This one's a little bit different. What I want you to do is you walk your hands one hand length forward. Right, we're coming up into downward dog now. We'll be able to do that the same with our chair. Yes, excellent with the chairs. I can see that you're preparing. So from here, we're going to inhale and we're going to push our legs up. And now let's push away with our hands and push our bum back. Tailbone comes back. Now we're going to take our gaze to our feet and push the ground away with our hands. You can bend your knees as much as you need. Okay, so think belly on thighs, because what we're imagining here is a lengthy back and our shoulders are in a nice set position and we're pushing away with our hands. And then from here, let's take 2 breaths. Inhaling and then out. Maybe squeeze your tummy and see where the air goes with that. One more time. So breathe in, bend your knees, and then we're going to walk our hands and feet together, whichever way was worked best for you. And we're going to meet with our feet and hands together. We're thinking belly on thighs, and we're in our forward fold. If we're on the chair, I'm going to change mine to the chair, and we're going to be in our forward fold. Now we're going to inhale. We're going to straighten our legs and push away. If we're in here, we're looking at our bookshelf or our halfway lift, right? Just think about placing books on your back and then having something sorted out there, right? Or a trophy from the trophy room. Exhaling, coming back down now to our forward fold, and then we're going to grow all the way to the top now. Think about pushing on your heels and pushing on the knuckles of your toes as we slowly unravel to come to stand. As we've done that, yes, fantastic work. Now we might bring our hands to the side, or we might bring our hands out to the front. Our shoulders come back, and then we're going to scoop up, whatever the shoulders are. They could be forward, they could be back, your hands could be together, they could be apart, like we're holding a beach ball. For me, with my shoulders, that's what the anatomy is. And then we're going to come down now, as we come down through the center line, and then shake it out for a moment, and we'll be doing this 2 more times. So this is what we call the vinyasa, or a sun salutation. All right, so we'll do this a couple more times, right, a modified sun salutation. Let's start in mountain pose, looking at our feet. Maybe we might want to give some TLC to our feet. Right, maybe rock backwards and forwards like we've done the last few times. Maybe as we come to some stillness, we might feel that the arches of our feet lift, and then that'll help lift the midsection of our legs, the top. Now remember, we've got the duck bum and that thing, so we're tucking our tailbone slightly. Hands are coming down by the sides. Right, whatever works best for you, and that automatically sets our shoulders, dipping the chin, thinking we're spiking from our heels to our head. All right, mountain pose, nice and strong. Ready? Inhaling through the nose, looking up to our thumbs, and then let's hinge from the hips. As we exhale, you might bend your knees, coming into our forward fold. Last thing is our head to be able to come and loosen up. You might want to give some yes and no's. We're coming up now to inhale to our halfway lift, or our bookshelf that we've been calling it. Use your modification with the chair or without. And then exhaling, let's deflate. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, inflate, right, bookshelf, and then exhaling. 1 more time, inhaling, exhaling. As we now inhale, going to come to rise all the way to the top, looking at our hands and fingers, and then coming down to the center. All right, so that was our sun salutation that we're coming in. So what we're going to do now is move to our balancing, like we've done. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done this. So this is now our resetting of the gyroscope. Remember when we were at the talking about the Perth Raw show, and the kids wanted to take you on the bloody Gravitron. That's what we're doing, okay? But those of you might be, I'll take you to Goon of Fortune, all right? So we're like the Hills Hoist, you're gonna put the, anyway, all right, they're being silly. All right, so let's put our hands up. We're gonna be turning to our right, so in a clockwise direction as we inhale. We inhale. As we turn, take small steps, all right, around. As we get to the back, now we're gonna exhale. Let's link our movement to the head, so keep twisting all the way around. All right, there we go. All right, this is less yogic, but this is helping reset our balance. All right, hands down for a moment. So we're going to do this now as we're going to breathe in and out and rotate for 2 more revolutions. Okay, inhaling. Let's set. All right, now. Okay, exhaling. That's same way. Yep, 2 more revolutions. You're not going to get dizzy if you don't do the spin the same way a couple of times. All right, so let's meet back at the front. Yes, keep going. 1 more time. Okay. Take it easy when we're being mindful of where we're placing our feet. All right, down we go. Shake it out. 1 inhale, side out. Loosen up the shoulders because having that up, we can tend to do this. Now we're turning back the other way. Oh, that's a half floss there. All right, how did we used to dance to that song in the 80s? No, it's a thing on Instagram at the moment, right? They ask elderly people, they go, how did you used to dance to this song in the 80s? And you watch them bust out these moves and you go, man, I was at the discotheque. All right, okay, all right, you go, inhale, hands up, let's twist the other way now. All right, exhaling, remember to breathe. We're resetting this gyroscope. All right, all right. I'm looking at these planes. That's what was reminding me to prompt me to do this one this week. All right, and then we'll go into our balance. Is that 1 more time? 1 more time. A little bit faster now. Okay, there we go. Maybe, okay, and then down. Fantastic work, everyone. Cool. So if you need to have something to balance on, I invite you to bring the chair to the side. But what we're going to be doing is it's going to be your right foot that you're going to be balancing on. All right. And then let's come to now our, yes, we're coming up to our Stork pose, and then we'll be coming to baby tree. So I'll give the example, and then we'll do. So we're going to inhale to come up here, and then our legs are going to come down into baby tree as we rotate around and place our foot on the floor, and then the knee's going to be facing the short edge, the long edge of the mat for you guys, okay? And that's the motion. Then we're going to come back up and then down. So this is our balancing series. So if you're on that side, maybe change the opposite leg because of the chair. And then so that's the legs that's lifting up. So your right leg, and then it's going to hook outside. So then that way you can use the chair as support. Okay, so for everyone else, it is your left leg that's going to be rotating and we're balancing on the right. Okay, from mountain pose, inhaling, hands come up, maybe pull your toes back. Yes, as then when you're exhaling, hands come to prayer. And we're going to place our feet on the side, yes, into our baby tree. Okay, we're going to take 2 full breaths here, inhaling, exhaling. Maybe we might notice that our hips are opening up. 2, inhaling, hands come up, leg comes up. We're going to bring it around and then down. We'll stay to the same side as well, so we don't need to shift the chair again. All right, we'll do this 2 more times. So as we bring our leg up, I want you to think maybe pull your toes up at the same time. All right, so from here, this is how they used to teach, up stop, 2 stop, 3 stop. All right, this is what we're doing. So we're doing it by stages. All right, so from here, in our mountain pose, inhaling. Yes, looking to the sky if that might be for you, or we might put a slate, and then we're going to exhaling, come down, hands in prayer. And it's okay to wobble, right? Trees wobble, but we're setting and we're grounding. I am. Inhaling, exhaling. So on this next one, when we inhale, we're going to grow a little bit and then we're going to exhale. Well, then we're going to push up and we're going to push down. Fantastic. Inhaling, lifting that foot up again and then down. 1 more time. Fantastic work. That's okay. We're going to be trying it 1 more time. So maybe we just jiggle our feet, right? Because we are placing some, significant weight on a single leg. So from here, Inhaling, pulling the toes up, that helps, right? And then exhaling, hands to prayer, opening up our hips, resting the foot on our ankle. Fantastic, baby tree. Inhaling, exhaling. One more time, inhale, exhaling, prepare to move, inhaling. As we bring our knee up, bring it across and then down. Shake it out. Those of you who are using a chair, can you change sides, please? And then I'm going to take a quick drink. And by the way, that's amazing balancing compared to those first couple of times that we've moved in the last few weeks. That's really good, especially after the spins. So it was really cool to be able to see that now, especially from up here. Bird's eye view. All right, from our mountain pose, looking at that again. So what we're wanting to do is give our foot some TLC. So now it's your opposite foot. Maybe you might want to lift your toes up on that foot that's going to be balancing. And then bring the toes apart a little bit, maybe slightly bend the knee. So from here is inhaling. As we stack the weight on, pull our toes up and then exhaling, coming down, opening up, and feeling that sensation that our hips are opening up a little bit, where you might look down and your knee is facing that long edge of the mat. Yes, it's okay to be able to do that as well, because we're noticing and setting our balance. Right, from here, inhaling, back up, 2, 3, and then down. So I am going to be pausing for a 2, 3 here so that we can work on our balance for a moment. All right, let's do this a couple more times. From mountain pose, hands out, inhaling, pull your toes up, 2, 3, and then down under control. It's okay to wobble, wobbles are good. We're setting our micro stabilizers for 2 breaths. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Fantastic. Inhaling, lift the foot up, and then come around, and then down. One more time. All right, so those of you who've done some martial arts before, like the Thai boxer, that was a check. All right, that's them lifting that up. My daughter just started doing some little athletics, and she was doing hurdles where they said they needed a straight leg there and the other leg came over like this. So maybe you could think of you're a hurdler. I don't know, whatever way you decide with it. It's just we're actually lubricating the inside of, yes, amazing. All right, so let's do that. Which was the foot that was a balance? Oh, this, yeah. Okay, all right, too much talking. All right, so from here, setting, inhaling, pulling our foot up, yes. Exhaling as we rotate and then come down to baby tree. All right, for 2 more breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Grow a little bit taller. Inhale, lifting the foot up now, coming down and then placing it. Amazing work. All right, everyone, that's cool. All right, we're moving into our standing series like what we did last week. So I'm going to just face this over here. We're going to be flowing from our what's we call it? Jeez, I've had a mental blank. Sorry about that, guys. We're going into our standing warrior 2 to reverse warrior. Jeez, Andy, get that out. All right, so I'm coming over here. Oh, no, right. Okay, so from here, everyone can see me and then I'll move as we're coming in. So we're going to start at the front of the mat again. And then the leg that's going to move is the one that's going to make you face me. So your left leg, okay? So from here, everyone, let's stand in our mountain pose. And your left leg is going to move. So breathe in. And then breathe out. We're going to face me. Double leg width apart. Fantastic. All right, so the one that's going to be moving is we're going to be facing the stage with this one again. So from here, inhale. Hands on hips, we're taking this in stages now, moving into our warrior 2 stance, exhaling as we rotate our front foot, or the foot facing the stage, and then we bend our knee, and we're pushing equally on each feet. Yes, so look down now. Right, so if you look and your hands are on your hips and you're on an angle, breathe in, and then breathe out. Actively rotate your body to me, and you might feel that sensation that your hips are opening up as well. Fantastic work. So let's look at our knee now. Fantastic. And then from here, next stage is inhaling. Hands come up like the wings of a bird, and then looking to the front bent knee. Front hand, yes. Yes, warrior 2 for 2 full breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. This one's different. We're going to inhale and reach forward. Let's flip our hand when we can't reach anymore, and we're going to come back now and scoop that up all the way to the sky. Our back hand might rest on our back leg, and we're keeping our knee bent. Make sure you're keeping your knee bent. Yes, for 2 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. You might feel that side body. The air's going in and spreading our keep breathing, spreading our ribs. Right, so from here, inhale, exhaling, and then inhale, stepping the foot forward, hands come together, exhaling, and then hands back down to mountain pose. We're going to do this now another time. So from here, inhale to set, exhale, move the leg back, double shoulder width apart. Fantastic. Yes. Same way, same side. So face me. Come face me. Yes. Right, from here, inhale. Hands on hips, and then exhaling, rotating the foot, and then bending the knee, pushing equally in equal portions from the feet. Yes, fantastic. Inhaling. Hands come up now. Exhaling. Looking over your hands for 2 full breaths now. Inhale. Exhale. We might want to reach for the front and back of the room. Inhale, exhaling, push against your feet. So inhale, now let's reach forward. Coming to reverse warrior, flip your grip, flip the hand and scoop the hand up. The back hand will rest on your leg, or maybe you might want to put it behind and reach for your back pocket. Right? Whichever way, let's take 2 breaths here. When we reach for the back pocket, they call that the bind. So from here now, inhale to set, and now we're coming down to our wings. This one's slightly different. We're adding a different one now. This is a little slightly different. So we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale. We're going to lean forward and bring the palm of our hand now to the top of our, yes, or to the top of the chair, if that helps you, so you can adjust, so you can rest your palm on the top of the chair. Now bring your hand up and maybe reach for the sky. All right, extended side angle. If you want, maybe you might try and reach the hand over. Whichever one works for you today. Right, so we're going to take 2 full breaths here and feel that side body stretch. Inhaling, exhaling. One more. Inhale, exhale. And then inhaling, strong legs. Bring the foot back, hands on hips. Inhale to set, and we'll come to the front of the room. Fantastic. All right. Very challenging. We've added all of these things and done them. We're combining now. You guys are flowing. We're doing yoga flow, right? So a little bit of start-stop, but for the most part, it is full yoga flow. So amazing work, right, over the last few weeks. So let's start now. It's going to be your right foot that sort of turns around. I'm actually going to move this here so then that way you guys can see, right? So Anesh, I know that you've got a little bit more practice in you. So you're going to be right there, all right? Okay, from here, okay, hopefully I'm in the picture. From here, inhaling to set, mountain pose, and then exhaling, moving that back foot to face towards me and the frames. Okay, pick the pictures you want. There's some really cool frames over there as well as here. All right, double foot leg width apart. Right, from here, look down, and I want you to see if your toes are facing that long edge of the mat. All right, okay, cool, yes. If you're taking a bit of a rest, that's okay as well. Maybe slightly bend your knees. Yes, yes. But let's think about riding a horse. We're in Belmont, so there's 2 race courses here. All right, so from here, inhaling, hands on hips. Now it's going to be your left foot that moves. Exhaling as we bend the knee. Push away equally for both legs. Warrior 2 legs. Fantastic work. All right, inhale, set. Arms come up. And then exhaling, looking over our hands and toes, right? Like we're at right dress, right? Inhaling, exhaling, pushing our front and rear hand away. One more time. All right, we're coming back to this now. Inhaling, coming down, hands come out to our hips. We're going to come out of this now, yes. And then exhaling, coming forward to the front of the mat. Sorry, I did have a mental blank then. I was like, did we just do warrior 2 and then things? But that's okay. We're doing all 3. Yeah, a bit scrambled. I get excited sometimes, I forget. All right, so from here, mountain pose. Let's look at our feet. Yes, amazing, everyone. Inhaling to set, and then exhaling, moving our foot now, double shoulder width apart. Fantastic. Looking at our feet, pushing on the outside edges of our feet. Inhaling. All right, Superman. There we go. Yes. And then exhaling, rotating the foot. All right. And then bending the knee, pushing away. Inhaling. As we then lift up both hands and then exhale, looking over our hand, right, like we're at right dress. Right, let's take 2 full breaths here. Exhaling. Maybe we might want to push on our feet. One more time. And then inhaling. As we reach forward now, we're going to come to reverse warrior. Flip your hand and then scoop it up. Looking at the sky, back hand might rest on your leg. Fantastic work. Yeah, let's take 2 breaths. I'll let you do the breathing because I want to mention something about that. If each side is always a little bit different, all right, so one side might be different to the other, that's okay. That's you being mindful that you need to just have a little bit or back off, or that might need some TLC. So from here, one more breath in to set, and then breathing out as we come to warrior 2. One more breath here. Hands come down. We're going to rotate the leg back around, hands on hips. Fantastic. Inhale. And then coming to the front of the room. Mountain pose, shake it off. All right, we have one more in this position. All right, we're going to be adding our extended side angle. All right, so everyone getting into our position maybe. We'll lift our feet again. We're always resetting and grounding. Right, I am. From here, inhale. The set, exhaling, moving the foot. Double shoulder width apart. Yes, slight bend in our knees. Amazing. Yes, you could do that from the chair. That's really cool. So from here, inhaling, rotate the foot. Bend the knee. Warrior 2 legs. Inhaling, hands up, and then exhaling, looking over the hands. All right, maybe getting a sense of our hips opening up as well with that front leg. Let's take 2 breaths here. Exhaling. One more time. Remember, pause, 2, 3. Inhaling. As we reach forward, flip your hand, and we're going to come into reverse warrior. For 2 full breaths. Fantastic. Reach your hand up for the sky. That's it. 2 breaths. One more. Exhaling. All right, from here, we're coming into our extended side angle. Breathe in to set. And now we're going to exhale as we now think about placing our forearm on our thigh. Place it on our thigh. Palm up, palm up, palm up. There we go. Fantastic. Hand might come up, the back hand, to the sky, or it might come over with our palm facing down. That's okay. And then maybe you might want to rotate your head, if that's in your practice as well, to come and look at your hand. You could take the gaze to your fingertips, if that feels comfortable for you. For 2 stretches here. Think about a long line from your fingertips to your back foot. And we're reaching it out. Fantastic. Inhaling. We're going to come up now to warrior 2. Looking over our hand again. One more breath to set. And we're going to come out of that to our double fold. Hands on hips. Fantastic. And then walking to the front. Amazing. Excellent work. Well, let's do that one more time. All right, so this time, maybe we'll add a little bit more. You guys are doing amazing, by the way. And great work with the chair as well. All right, so we're going to do this one more time. And we're just going to speed it up a little bit, which means 1 breath, 1 movement. And we're just going to try something. And then this one here is what we call vinyasa. The type of yoga is 1 breath, 1 movement. So we'll go faster, but we're not going to go too fast. All right, so I'm not going to rush. It's just going to be long breaths, but move, inhale, move, inhale, move. We've been doing that, so it's nothing really different for you guys. Okay, so it's going to be the left foot that moves. Right, let's go into our mountain pose. Inhaling. Exhaling, double foot width apart, hands on hips. Inhale. Exhaling, rotating the foot, bending the knee. Coming to that, yes, inhaling, hands come up. Exhaling, looking to the front. One breath here. Inhale, reach out. Inhaling as we reach forward. Flip your hand. Exhale as we scoop the energy up. Rest the back hand for one full breath in this position. Inhale. Exhaling. Coming now to inhale. We're going to change now to our extended side angle. Right? Hand comes down onto our thigh. Hand comes up over the top. Maybe you might want to rotate your head. One breath in. One breath out. Coming back now to warrior two. Inhale. Hands come out. Exhaling. Looking over the breath. And then we're going to step up. Inhale. And then step up. Hands together in prayer. Breathe out. All right, take a breath there. Maybe you might want to relax your jaw if you've been holding on, because this is something new and we're really pushing today, but you guys are doing amazing. All right, so let's do it on this side one more time. The right foot is going to change. Mountain pose is what we've done. Nice shoulders, nice steady base. I am. All right, inhaling, exhaling as we rotate. Coming to double shoulder width apart now. Inhaling, hands on hips. Exhaling, rotate the foot, bend the knee, push against it. Inhaling, hands raise up. Exhaling, look over the hands. One full breath here in warrior two. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhale, reach forward. Flip the grip. And now let's come back to reverse warrior. Looking up at the sky for one full breath here. Exhaling. Inhale to set. Exhaling now. Forearm comes onto our thigh. Hand comes up. Reaching for the roof over the head. We might want to barrel our chest open by rotating the chest for one breath here. Extended side angle. Inhaling now as we come up. Coming out of that. Oh yeah, did warrior two. Right. Inhale. And then coming and stepping forward. And grounding. I am. All right, let yourself come to just a normal breath at the moment. So I'm just going to reset, come up to the front of the mat. All right, our standing series is done. All that hard work's done, but we're not finished. All right, so we're going to be coming down to the mat, and you know your modifications as well for some of these boat poses and the boat raises, but I will show them just in case you want to use the chair. Maybe make the chair face forward if you're going to be using the chair for this. Oh, yep. All right. Okay. If you use the chair for that, but that's all right. Let's make our way down, or as we always do. But let's do it with how we'll do it with a sun salutation. We're going to make our way in stages down. So from here, mountain pose. If you need to take a break, take a break. We will meet you in the next bit on the floor. Right. So inhaling, looking to thumbs, and then exhaling as we come down to forward fold. Inhaling to halfway lift. Maybe you might want to use the chair. Exhaling as our hands meet the mat, and then whatever feels comfortable for you is take one step back, and then we're coming down onto the floor, onto our hands and knees. Fantastic work. All right, so we have a little bit of actually I'm going to introduce something quickly just here, if that's okay with you guys. All right, so from here, from our tabletop position, I want you to get your right leg and then place it out by the side, just like what we did with our, yes, but maybe your foot's going to be flat on the floor and the outside edge, yes. All right, so here, and if you're in the chair, that's amazing, right? Exactly what we're going to be doing. So from here is maybe just pushing back slightly on the hands. And what we're going to notice, we're just going to rock backwards and forwards, link your breath to it. So inhale, exhaling. What we'll do is just stretch the inside of our inner leg, our upper inner leg. Okay? So that's the muscle or the tendon that we're going to be looking for that sensation for when we do those hip rotations and lifting the legs up, or we're in our standing poses. When we're opening up our hips, that's the muscle that will feel stretch a little bit more as the hip opens up. So from here now, let's bring out that knee in. You can do the same as if you were in the chair. So bring the left leg out. If we're in the chair, you can feel that same sensation if you had the leg out. Maybe you might want to just lean forward a little bit or come on the edge of the chair. So that might, with your bum on the edge, so then that way this leg that's stretched might feel it. And we're just rocking backwards and forwards just a little bit to be able to feel that stretch on the inside of the leg, yes? All right, so now sit your straight leg, so come over to this side of the chair if you're in the back. So if you're in the chair, come over to this side of the chair so that this leg is sitting on the edge. That way. Yeah, yes. Yes, shuffle over a little bit more, yes. Yeah, I just wanted to keep exploring that. Yes, if you're on with that stretch, and then that's the stretch that you'll be feeling when you're feeling that side leg. All right, so then that way your leg's fully off the chair. Alrighty, guys. From here, that's the start of what we're calling gate pose, but we'll get out of that in a moment. So come back to tabletop. I just wanted to give you a bit of a sense of that's the feeling when we're opening up our hips, and that's the actual muscle that we're stretching. So now you can make your way down to your bottom. Right, fantastic. And we're going to be doing our little boat pose. So from here, again, our feet are shoulder width apart. We might want to have our legs down. Let maybe shuffle side to side and feel the sit bones grounding down onto the floor. I am grounded. Hands might lean back a little bit. All right, so make sure that your elbows are pointing back. So whichever way, if your hands are to the side or facing forward, you can do it to the back, but however is comfortable for you, but you want your elbows facing back, so you can do this. All right, because we're going to lean back a little bit, chest is up. Yes. And then we might just dip our chin slightly. So from here, we're going to lift our left leg, inhaling. Point your toes, exhaling. Modified boat, inhaling, exhaling. Both legs now at the same time. You might want to place the weight on the back. Inhaling, point your toes, and then down. All right, so that was the one. We'll hold it for a couple of counts. So inhaling, left foot, exhaling. Inhaling, right foot. Exhaling. Both feet now, inhaling. Point the toes. 5, 4, 3. Don't forget to breathe. 2, 1, down. And now we might lean forward and just shake that out a little bit. Okay, if whatever works for you, if you lean back. All right, let's do that one more time. Okay, we can feel the abs come on straight away. All right, so let's do this. And I'm going to offer you, give some modifications if you want to have a go as well. So either we stick to the same one and lean back. If you're on the chair, I want you to make sure that you're on the edge of the seat, right? Right? Not like the edge of the seat with the grand final of the NRL on the weekend. That wasn't edge of the seat stuff. But anyway, so we're going to sit on the edge of the seat, but we're leaning back a little bit if you're in the seat, because then that way you're using your abs a little bit more, and you could actually lift your legs up from your hips a bit more. So come up to the edge of the mat, at the seat. There we go. Yes, yes. All right, just like a teenager going, yeah, man, what's going on? All right, that's how they do it. Okay, so this is what we're doing. That's the lean back. All right, for everyone else that's on the seat, let's go in now. And you can use to lean back, or you can choose to do it with your hands out. So maybe that, yes, palms up. If you're on the seat, that might give you some extra work. So inhaling, left leg up. Exhaling, left leg down. Inhaling, right leg, both down. Right, inhaling both. Right, chest up, yes. 3, 2, 1, down. Fantastic work. Maybe windshield wiper your legs. Maybe give them a bit of a shake out. All right, maybe you might feel the front of they're called the hip flexors as well, and they can get a little bit tight. When we get sciatica, It's a combination of these bits getting tight, the back getting tight, that helps, then you get that bloody shooting pain down the side. Right, so I've had it, we've all had it with some back stuff. So this bit we're working on strengthening. So let's do these last ones. If you're wanting to be able to give this one a go, or leaning back again, that's also fine. So inhaling, left leg comes up. Exhaling, right leg comes up. Right, there we go. And then both legs down. All right, the right leg's gonna go and then the leg's gonna come and follow. Inhaling, right leg, exhaling. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. All right, that's it. Now that's a pain. Okay, just shake off a little bit. Let's do a little bit of flossing over here, keeping the legs go side to side. Amazing work. Oh wow, we're really nearly finished. Okay, so from here, everyone, the hard work is pretty much done. All right, so let's just do one last little thing. Let's just come down to our back. And if this works for you, if you want to use the block, or if you're happy with this, if you're in a chair, I'll show you a modification for that. Right, from here is we're going to do legs up the wall. So inhaling, one leg up, pulling your toes back towards your face. You might want to do one leg and then switch to the other, or you might want to bring the other leg up to meet and then pull your toes up. That's it. Fantastic. If you're in the seat, you're already squared away with it. All right, I'm going to show you that. And then you could use your hands to, that's amazing work. One at a time, yes. That's also perfectly one leg at a time. Coming back. From here, if we're in the chair, yes, it's lifting up and pulling your toes back, right? And this is where one of those times there where you can sort of almost have your legs out and you pull your toes back, right? We're just holding it here. Maybe you might want to look up slightly. Fantastic work. All right, fantastic. All right, so let's now come into our final resting pose, or corpse pose. I like the word Shavasana better. It sounds better. All right, corpse pose is a little bit, I'm dead, but we're not dead yet. So let's lie down, or if you're in your chair, find somewhere comfortable. The hard work's done. If you feel okay and it's okay with you, maybe close down your eyes. If not, maybe take a soft gaze, as what we've started. And I want you to notice now, go internal again, and I'll stop yapping in a moment. And let your shoulders get heavy. Maybe you wriggle around until you find a bit where there's comfortable. Shoulders are in a neutral position, so then you can just let your hands naturally curl. Maybe you might feel the back of your neck get heavy, or the back of your head feeling on the ground. We might dip our chin slightly just to feel that length in the back of our neck without dumping into it. And we're going to go internal now. And I'm just going to sit up for a moment so I can read this last little meditation as we finalize our practice. As we come to the end of our practice, we're taking a moment to tune inwards again and ask yourself, what positive affirmation did I need to hear today? And was I true to that during my practice? As you inhale now, just mentally repeat your chosen affirmation, allowing it to fill your mind and your heart with positive energy. As you exhale, let go of any doubts or distractions, anchoring yourself in this present moment. Now I'm going to ask you to start wiggling your toes and coming back into your body. Maybe a little bit of movement Maybe you might want to reach overhead like you're waking up in the morning. Alright, so if you're in your seat, I'm just going to invite you now to just do a bit of a forward fold. Maybe reach down towards your toes as much as you can, and maybe look and feel that it's kind of like you're in this fetal position. For everyone else, just let yourself be relaxed in that one there. So don't force it, just let yourself stretch and maybe feel your tailbone and your whole spine rounding off and just giving it that beautiful stretch there. Maybe you might want to do that a couple of times, raising up and lowering. If you're in the Shavasana, bring your knees up to hug and then roll onto one side like you're in the fetal position there. Roll to the side that you prefer, whichever one works for you. Yes, that's it. And stay there for a moment, right? Because that's the fetal position, but it's also setting you up as for the rest of your day. And then you can make your way up to a seated, and we'll all meet in an easy seat. You could close down your eyes as well. Whatever works for you. Right. So from here, we're going to do one last letting go breath, and we'll prepare for Om or Om. As we've done it, as always, you can join in or you can just choose to pantomime it in your head. All right, so here with a letting go breath, exhaling, letting go of the practice, I am. Prepare for Om, inhaling. Bringing your hands to prayer, bring it by your chest, in between the chest, to clarify our intent, either the one that you chose or the one that I offered today, being I am. Bring your thumbs to lips to clarify speech. What we say internally and externally is so important. And then lastly, bringing our thumbs to between our eyes or our third eye to clarify thought. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through today's practice and for giving yourself that time and self-care to go through this practice today. Namaste. You can thank your neighbour as well. Thank you so much. Awesome. High five. Yeah, I love the high fives. Yes. We got some good vibes in here. Distant 5. Johnny 5 is a lot. Yeah.